Hi, I'm Patricia Stark, and this is Craving Confidence, the series that helps you build your confidence from the boardroom to the bedroom and everywhere in between. This episode's topic is organized confidence. I was driving in New York City last week when I saw a billboard for one of those personal storage places, and it said, "How can you save the world if you can't find your socks?" I loved that. It's so true. When you're disorganized, you're all over the place. You have trouble focusing on any one thing because you see piles of more than one thing all around you. Clutter kills motivation because it makes you feel overwhelmed. Think about this. You're getting ready for work. It's a pretty good morning so far, and as you head out the door right on time, you can't find your car keys anywhere. Now you're panicking, getting irate, and yelling throughout the house, "Has anybody seen my car keys?" Or if you live alone, you're searching in silence like a hyper mouse looking for the cheese. When you finally find them, you're either running late or you're in a bad mood. How confident do you feel right now? Disorganization always makes you feel like you're behind the clock playing catch-up. You never quite have it together. The same goes for how you keep your clothes in your closet, the papers in your filing cabinet, if you even have one, or your dog's leash. If you don't take time to organize your everyday stuff, your everyday will be a hectic, hope my head's attached relay race. And clutter even makes your good stuff look bad. You can't see the quality and care for the finer things that you've invested in when they're all crammed in with all that stuff you've been collecting over the years that you somehow can't let go of for some reason or another. Now look, I'm not some neat freak telling you this. I'm a reformed slob. I'll admit it. Growing up, and remember, I had no confidence growing up, my room was a wreck. My parents used to be convinced that there was some guy on a motorcycle hiding under the piles of stuff on my floor, and that's an exact quote. Every day was a panic session, leaving that room for school or work, trying to find something. But I've been lucky. I've lived in 8 different places in my life, and with each move, I've gotten rid of some stuff. But if you haven't moved around so much, you could have a lifetime of stuff built up, unless you've piled it up in one of those storage places we were talking about. I also had the fortune of marrying a very organized guy who did well in school and work because of it, and he became a really good role model to me. When you make a place for everything and you put everything back in its place, it really is miraculous how smoothly life can flow, and you deserve that. When your paperwork is all over the place, you'll always feel behind the 8 ball at work. You can't grab hold of fresh new ideas and run with them if you've got enough piles around to start a bonfire for a pep rally. And when you or your space looks disorganized, you know what? People don't have a lot of confidence in you either. And have you ever seen anybody digging frantically through their pocketbook or wallet? Papers are falling out, they can't find what they're looking for, things are all crumpled and crinkled up. I've been there and I've done that. You look and feel so much more professional when you organize even the smallest places in your life. And do you let your email build up? Do you save a lot of emails without filing them in category folders? And then it takes forever to find one when you want to refer to an address or a phone number or somebody's request for something? Been there, done that too. When you start forcing yourself to get into little habits that will organize you, it'll take a lot of effort at first, but once that habit becomes second nature, so many things in your life will take half the time, and you'll have more time to get on to the good stuff. Now, my maiden name is Murphy, and Murphy's Law has definitely been a part of my life. And if you haven't heard of it, what it basically says is that if something can go wrong, it probably will. Now, I laugh about it and I don't take it too seriously, but it's gotten me in the habit of being prepared for just about anything. So I always try to bring along a Murphy's Law bag with me. Now, in the late 70s, there used to be a game show called Let's Make a Deal, and it was hosted by this guy named Monty Hall. Well, at the end of every show, he'd go into the audience and ask people if they had a certain item in their bags. And if they did, they'd win a cash prize that he would hand them right on the spot, maybe 10 or 20 bucks or something. And he'd ask for things like a hairpin or a nail file or silly stuff like a can of sardines or something. Well, as a kid, I used to fantasize about getting in that audience and having a huge bag with me, and it was filled with everything I could think of so that I could win. So these days, I don't carry around a big sack with me like a deranged Santa, I promise, but I do carry a small bag with some just-in-case items that can help me feel confidently organized. You know, things like an extra pair of pantyhose, clear nail polish, emergency cash that I won't touch, a safety pin or two, a black Sharpie marker, which has just about as many uses as duct tape, by the way, small hand wipes packs, breath freshener, floss, shout wipes for stains on my husband's tie or my blouse, a Band-Aid or two, you get the picture. It's all small stuff that, if you have it on hand, helps you not sweat the small stuff that can seem like a big deal on an interview or a new client meeting or even on an important date. Organized confidence is also an internal thing. Each day before you venture off into the world, plan just a little bit of time to spend a few minutes alone somewhere in a quiet place if that's possible. And I am the working mother of a 5-year-old. I get it. I know this might not be always possible, but it really is so important to do at some point before your day gets started. Take a deep breath. Think about anything in your life that you're thankful for. It gets you in a positive mindset. Then visualize your day from start to finish with your mind's eye. Think about what you want to do with each hour or segment of the day, how you want it to go. Visualize it only going well. Don't think about what could go wrong. Think about things going smoothly and positively. See yourself arriving back at home at the end of the day feeling satisfied and feeling good about the day. This is called pre-paving, and it's really weird what happens here. It's as if your subconscious goes on autopilot and follows your flight plan. Just like a crummy incident in the morning can throw off your whole day, doing this exercise in the morning will cause the opposite to happen, and you're more likely to move confidently through your day, and at the very least, have a sense that you have a little bit of control over the type of day that you have chosen to shoot for. Well, that's just a few tips that you can use to have organized confidence. We'll be serving up some more on another episode of Craving Confidence, and I really want to hear from you. Let me know about confidence topics that you would like us to cover. You can email me at patricia@cravingconfidence.com. We're here to satisfy your craving.